Alright, hello everyone. How are you all doing today? I myself am doing rather well. In fact, just surprised actually at how many times someone can be attacked. So, J.K. Rowling has released some tweets that are being slammed as transphobic once again. You could even already read the title: Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling slammed for transphobic comments. It isn't hate to speak the truth, and it really isn't. It's only the perpetually offended that find it as hate. There is nothing wrong with saying the truth at all, but as we soon find out, these people will not let it go. So, dress however you please, call yourself whatever you like, sleep with any consenting adult who will have you. Live your best life in peace and security, but force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real? And for those of you who don't know, earlier someone had lost their job over a tweet. And this is something that's become so very common in modern times. People losing their jobs for liking a tweet, for retweeting something, or for just saying something plain and simple. No one's allowed to have any disagreement anymore in these companies. It's all got to be one way um or the highway, really. It's just utterly absurd. J.K. Rowling transgender comments spark controversy on Twitter. J.K. Rowling is under fire for supporting Maya Forrester, a researcher who lost her job for stating that people cannot change their biological sex. That means the chromosomes within you that specifically tell your body how it's going to change. Absolutely, you cannot change that. But this woman was fired, a researcher. How often do these people say they need more women in STEM, and they just cost the job of a female who, uh, female researcher? And who knows what she was working on as well. I'm sorry, I don't do too much research into the back of these, but come on, for their biological sex. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling is again under fire for comments about the transgender community, the most selfish and sensitive community that you have before Black Lives Matter. Less than 6 months after the writer 54 was slammed for showing support for Maya Forrester, a researcher who lost her job at a think tank for stating that people cannot change their biological sex, which they can't. And this is where these people keep changing the goalpost. Beforehand, it was that you can change your gender on the fly, and we let that go. I myself did not let that go. I will still call a man with a beard in a dress a man. I will not call him a woman, even if he starts beating on me. Especially when he's beating on me. Moving past that, she made similar comments after criticizing a headline that included the phrase "people who menstruate in an effort to be more inclusive." I'm sure there used to be a word for that, Rowling tweeted Saturday. Someone help me out. Woomben? Wimpund? Woomud? After facing backlash, Rowling stood her ground, which is absolutely what you have to do against these people, because if you apologize, if you give them an inch, they will take more and more from you, and they will never let you forget it as well. We have cops in the street washing the feet of people they supposedly, and that's in heavy quotation marks, supposedly offended and things of that nature. Washing their feet, for God's sakes. Absolute clown world. Claiming her life has been shaped by being female, which it does. Not to take away from any transgenders, but you are not a female. You will not live the full female experience. You will live a full transgender experience, that I can agree to, but you will not be a full female, have the full female experience, no matter what you do, how much you change, and all of that. And defended the exclusionary comments while arguing she still supports transgender people, which you can do. Blair White is one of my favorite YouTubers. I don't watch all of her content, but she is still one of the most rational people I have seen, and she understands that she was born biologically as a male. Moving past that, another quote: "I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. And to do so, everyone has to use the same language, and that is the toughest part to get these activists to understand, is that we have to use the same language so that we can each understand what they're saying. If you call me a racist and we both have a different understanding of racist, it's not going to impact me, or it's going to impact me differently." She wrote in a series of tweets, "It isn't hate to speak the truth. Again, which it isn't. I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so." They tweet, they quote J.K. Rowling from the tweets. Mark Hutchinson, Rowling's representative, told USA Today she would not be commenting further. And another good strategy, if you can't get through to them with good arguments, you just pull yourself back, pull yourself away, delete Twitter for a little while, and just let it die out. These people have the attention span of a cockroach. They always move on to the next thing quickly. And nothing ever sticks. Justice Smith comes out. The Star calls for Black, queer, and trans representation in protests. Fans on social media met Rowling's comments with incredulity, wondering why the author seemingly made the comments out of her own volition, while the rest of the world has been focusing on protests in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as Pride Month, a time meant to honor and celebrate members of the LGBT community. And this is them feeling entitled to their favorite authors having the same opinion as them, which again is awful. Everyone has to think like me. Everyone who I follow has to think like me, or else it is hate, or else I am offended. I choose to be offended for this person not sharing my ideas. Absolute insanity. Stop it. The fact that this is your priority right now, that you have a pathological need to keep harping on this, what a truly disappointing human you have turned out to be. Writer Louise Pietzman replied, "The trans people you claim to love deserve better than you. Happy Pride Month, Joe." The absolute gall that these people have to call someone a disappointing human for words, even less so for a tweet. Words on a screen that they never read out loud too, because once you read some of this stuff out loud, you realize how horrible it sounds. I assure you, trans people do not love you back, added Matilda star Mara Wilson, who can't find relevance in today's world ever since she left being a child star. and it only thrives on Twitter likes nowadays. And it's like one of my favorite lines from the Joker. No one can be civil anymore. It's all lost within the social media platforms, where it's about getting as many likes as you can. And this is a generation being raised on that kind of stuff. Uh, Having likes be the sole purpose of your life. And absolutely, it shouldn't be. There's so many people who can benefit from going out into the world and talking to people face to face. That's one of the biggest issues with these people. They live in cities where people don't talk face to face anymore. I was waiting at the bus stop the other day and I spoke to a homeless man, and the insight you get from talking with people that have lived a different life, who have different opinions, can really benefit you as a person, and you should never let that go. With that statement, I will be ending this video here. Thank you all for listening. If you've enjoyed my content, go ahead and leave a like, maybe even subscribe. I did like making this video. I thought I had a decent amount to say. If you have any ideas on how I can improve my content, go ahead and leave those comments down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time, and I hope you guys take care.